going to talk about statistical process control and monitoring equipment variables and creating workflow or work tasks when situations occur on equipment. In our simulator, we have a simulator for a seal temperature on a machine that we can control with this slider here. And in our application, we have some SPC monitoring set up for this simulator, this simulated seal temperature. I have a histogram of what the values have been over the last 6 hours, a trend of what the values have been, and we have some alerts configured. If I zoom this in a little bit and maybe just look at the last 15 minutes, you can see I've been moving the temperature up and down. And we have this bottom line here, which is a lower limit set up. And if I look at the alert settings, we can see I've got an alert rule, seal temperature alert, set up when the value is outside of the range 21 to 75. Now 75 is off the top of the scale of the chart at the moment, but if we go above 75, then we should create an alert. And we also want to create a maintenance request notification if that variable goes outside that range of temperatures. So this would be an example where we know fairly certainly that if this variable goes outside these limits, there's something that somebody needs to do, so we want to actually create a work order for a maintenance person to go and do something. So let's jump to our simulator and just wind the temperature up here, and we'll wind it all the way up to 100, which should put it above the maximum. And there it is. We can see our top limit at 75, and we have an alert pending. There's a time that we need to, that is configurable in the alerts to say if it's above this level for a certain time, then create an alert. So it's told us that it went to a pending state, which means we've breached the limit but not for enough time yet. And then we went into the alarm state and the alerting state there. So we've created the alarm, but have we created a work order for that? Well, to look at that, we'd go back to our line performance demo, and we can see that there are 6 tasks there. And if I jump in and have a look at those tasks, I can see that one created just a moment ago was to a review maintenance request task on our production line. And if I have a look at the details of that, it's the seal temperature alert that's in an alerting state and had a value of 100. Now if I look at the diagram of that process flow, I can see that what has been defined is that there's a review step that needs to be approved before a maintenance task gets created. And if the review is not approved, then no maintenance task gets created. So I can go back to my form if I'm a maintenance coordinator, claim this task, approve the review because it may have been a faulty sensor or it may have been maintenance happening on the sensor. Complete the review, and now that task changes to a complete maintenance task. And on my diagram we can see that the execution of this process has moved on to the complete maintenance task step, and I can, as a maintenance technician, claim that task, complete the task, and now it's out of the task list. And if I go back to my line performance dashboard, I've gone back down to 5 tasks, which are the number of tasks that are now remaining. And that's how we manage monitoring variables and creating maintenance tasks.